All right. So let's just go through today's price action. Morning London session. GBP cat, that's also one pair that I'm thinking of adding. It's looking pretty good to try that low on GBP cat. So let's see if we can catch shorts. I'm not sure what would happen to all of this. But if we are driving lower, we need to take at least this. Fuck. We need to at least take this inducement liquidity, meaning that if you wanted to, you could solve from a position looking like something like that, and I would place that to that gap to get 2% gain risk to reward ratio 2. But I don't know. We're far in the discounted leg, kind of, in this 4 hour. But it seems like we're driving lower. In which case, this and these are your next targets. Because we displaced heavily to the upside, so now we could like give some like rebalance markets a little bit. Gold is rejecting away from that daily. This could be a place for gold to give me a retracement. But I don't know about that either, because well, we haven't really built just enough structure yet to support idea of longs or anything like that. But if you see what's going on here, it's 40 seconds before that candle closes, so we want to see market respecting ideally the hourly gap low, because now we swept a lot of liquidity. If you wanted to go long, you would at least need to see this being respected. I mean, it's not that big of a deal because you got like M30 gap down here, but you know what I'm saying. Let's see how that closes. Okay, so pretty steep wick there. I'm not sure how I should navigate with this. I'm probably going to left gold as it is and take a look at AUD CAD. So how is AUD CAD looking like? Always swept sell side here. Where it's running next, it's running to the buy side, because my overall draw is lower. Weekly fair value gap, but for us to run to that weekly, we need to run to that 4 hour fair value gap and rebalance price a little bit. So let's see if I can get longs. Doesn't look like we're able to get longs because, first of all, like if that swept that low, yeah, that would be nicer, but as of now, it doesn't seem pretty nice. Plus, the displacement, or supposed to be displacement, is not very clean. If you look at 1 minute chart, it's just like chop. So even though I'm thinking it will run there, I'm nowhere near interested in this. So I'm gonna just stay out and mark out that as the buy side target. USD CAD. Again, I'm not sure if it moves very well during London, probably not. But for you to get good trades during New York session, you would want London to kind of consolidate down here and then get longs during New York. Or theoretically, this could be an area where we finally shift in structure and start respecting bearish market structure, because we got equal lows here. AUD USD sell side for our imbalance, daily imbalance swept for our imbalance swept. We got that imbalance to the upside. Similar stuff with AUD CAD. AUD USD is doing same thing. Problem being that the displacing price leg is not really displacing, so I don't really know what to say. We cannot take a trade in there. Big new day opening gap. I mean, it's not. I mean, yeah. It's like that opened there, and we opened there. So that is the gap, basically the whole candle. But if you're looking at this in daily, the structure, yeah, I would want to see this, and this probably will eventually get swept, but as of now we are rebalancing away from 4 hour. We swept out the sell side. I'm thinking that we would run a little bit higher and then maybe expand, or then we could have like a day of retracement the entire day, so meaning the weekly candle is kind of bearish. We could kind of like close with like a doji candle with like somewhere here. But yeah, I'm taking probably long if that hits. Okay, if that gives me a nice displacement, which it is displacing right now, but we need to see like M5 parallel gap there in that range as well. That would be the idea there if we wanted to go long. Let's take out my checklist. So this is my checklist. This setup, that's it. Tick every box, you would say. Well, clear high time frame bias, no trading against. Well, the high time frame, the bias, yeah, it is to run here and then shoot lower, in which case this supports the bias to get in up here. Okay, bullish parallel gaps respected in this range anyway. We are looking bullish in that sense. Sell side swept. We are liquidity sweep and delivery from FG. That's exactly what's going on here. We went that over. Clear target. It's a very clear 4 hour target. Trade a 50-minute break of structure. So yeah, that's what we are kind of waiting for here now. The problem being that it's not really breaking structure here. It's choppy. Let's see what EU can give us. It's choppy as well. And premium and discount zones work to our favor as well. So this is not like A++ setup. The A++ setup, I would say, is when you have like the whole bigger time frame bias behind you, meaning when you're like, in this case, you would be up here and you are targeting shorts to that. But it's not that often that price aligns with that kind of idea. So it's totally fine to take longs in this kind of region. Unfortunately, we are not seeing any displacement, so, and this is what I mean. There is a chance the market doesn't really mind or care about that high, and it will just dump. In which case, and I understand it can happen, so that's why we need to see a clear break of structure before we can enter. It's moving lower right now. So if AUD CAD, let's say it gives you nice retracement before hitting that pool, I might consider getting in. Okay. Although, again, the structure is bad. Okay, AUD has swept that Asia high, and I don't know many instances where AUD USD sweeps Asia high during London and sweeps the low as well. So this low should be safe here. In which case, if the low should be safe, we are either going to consolidate, or my idea of longs should be pretty good idea as of now. We just don't have the fair value gap for us to take the trade, you know what I'm saying? In the 1 minute. How about that one? Well, there's a bunch of LR below here, so I don't really know how to navigate with this. And if that is the case, if I don't know how to navigate with this, that just means for me that this is a setup that I shouldn't execute. It's not enough. It's just not enough that you know your draw liquidity. You have to know a lot of other things as well. Or you don't have to know per se, but you need to follow your rules, and you know what I'm saying. If you are extremely bullish, we could run up here, but understanding that we got that LR, that is not displacement. This is nothing I want to. This is not a price action that I want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying. Now USD CAD actually is printing fair value gap in M3, which could be valid. But I don't really even know the bias here, so let's just check that out. Oh yes, so the idea was I mean, this seems like we are rushing to that high, but the real idea was that we would have retraced first before moving, and maybe tap that for our fair value gap. Yeah, so yeah. So I don't really know what's up here. So yeah, UCAD actually got a lot of volume, man. This is weird, man. Usually USD CAD doesn't move during London. I mean, sometimes it moves. You know, there was that one day when we had huge push. But let's just see. That M3 candle closes soon. We could get longs. But again, kind of goes my bias in terms of liquidity concepts. We didn't sweep any sales. Like The problem is we need to sweep sell side before we can run buy side. But we didn't really sweep much sell side. Instead, we just built and stacked it more and more. So even though this looks bullish and this looks like this is going to run, and what do you have? This just totally invalidated, and you can see how that AUD USD ends up stepping that LR there, and actually even respecting this gap. So you remember how I said that not often is the case that London take Asia high and Asia low during in AUD, but this actually looks somewhat bearish here right now, although there is that order block. So I guess if we build some more structure here, we could consider getting ourselves into long, because like now that we're starting to sweep some of that liquidity, I would want those lows to get swept. But yeah, at that point we would be super close to that Asia low, so I don't really know, man. With Geo, we are about to go deeper into this 4 hour. We're about to complete market maker sell model in M1. You can see that that would move at least below that low. Looking at market maker models, this could look like a buy model where you have your smart money reversal, and we are kind of printing a divergence here right now. So I don't know. That is 9, 15, 10, 9, 15, 10. So that's not divergence with DXY. I guess it's, yeah, I guess EU broke those lows. I don't really know if that's significant. I still think that we're gonna run those lows in GU. But I hope we can shift in structures soon and give like a convincing and like a good structural shift. Not gonna be here long if market doesn't start printing anything promising. We're getting out. Simple as that. 5-minute closes UCAD prints that fair value gap. This would be our London silver bullet, I guess. Pretty much. So should we get in? I would prefer to take that order block breaker. It's not a breaker, but this big one here. So why that is kind of the best entry in my opinion, because that includes all of the order block, and it also has that fair value gap. Now I'm not going to take this, but this is like an idea. Why I'm not going to take this? Because of the sell side. Unfortunately, it just does not fit my rules. But I'm still sure that we will run that high. So keeping that in mind, this would be like a valid seller bullet if you want to take it. You would be, let's say I took a seller bullet like that. That would be tagged in, and we would be in this trade right now. And it starts to run, man. That's clean. Is gold moving lower? It's struggling to wait. So yeah, that was the hourly close with the steep wick. It still seems that we're running out low. So we're definitely not bullish here. Still waiting for the break structure. USD CAD runs, but yeah, not my trading model. It's still not a winner. It's just a little bit in profit. Yeah. What can I say, man? So we technically took that liquidity, meaning that if we had our entry there just at that high, that would be like a clean tap. And then looking at M15, it's totally fine to have your stop around there. Something like this could be like a clean trade. Should we try to get in? Because that's a gap in M5. We're retracing back to it, but we'd only be able to get 1-to-1. So it's not really like something you wanna execute necessarily. Maybe if it came back all the way up to this 1 minute gap. These are just speculations and tape readings. I'm not taking these setups. I'm looking to get in if we can shift nicely in structure in GBP USD. So let's see. Or maybe EU maybe as well. I like GU more as of now because EU is much closer to take out some of these lows. But let's just stay cautious about every opportunity. So now swept those lows once, twice, 3 times. Now you want to see a clean displacement with fair value gap. If we don't see that, then this will be a trade that we cannot take because there is no trade. What did we have yesterday? Nothing during London. Wednesday we got a nice long during London. Here I was looking to long as well, but couldn't get in. I might have oh yeah, I didn't long this because certain problems arose. But I'm still long biased with this. Maybe if AUD, because it's now looking to run a lot of that sell side. EU looks much more eager to shift in structure. It's gotta give him more bull candles, whereas with GU we are kind of lagging. So I'm probably going to take the trade EU on EU if it gives a nice one. So this is the idea here. Give me that and I'm happy, man. But I'm sure that there's like a fair value gap in this Asian range. Well, the good thing is it's quite like it's not so close here, it's a little bit higher. So that's bear gap. Meaning that because it's a little bit higher, if we get like a break of structure and let's say enter here, we can still expect it to, even if it's bearish, run to that gap, so we can get like a nice break-even position at minimum with something like this. And yeah, this is hourly gap, but looking at M5, it's kind of choppy inside of this area. There's actually liquidity above. What we find is this 30 minutes, so this is actually the area that I would like and at least see market to visit. So you can see how EU is almost like much higher than GU. But as of now, we're just respecting that Asian range and rejecting Euro USD. Yeah. No, this is not good. We need to flip, man. If this prints like this kind of chop candle again, I just don't know what to say. We cannot have clean displacement today, probably then. I don't know, man. GBV cat, we cannot get in. 80 cat. So yeah, we didn't sweep that. Now we're rejecting bearishly, which for me, I don't really know what that means. Because I really likes to be doing Asian session, but we have literally no movement there, so I don't really know how to this is like an annoying market condition. Gold is breaking lower. This should have been the trade, possibly. And when you create this range here to here, I'm pretty sure we tapped at least equilibrium and further. And that liquidity pull is above equilibrium, so this would be valid also in terms of that. And we don't have too much fair value gaps upside here in this range that we would want to visit, so this seems valid for me. But now we're kind of failing to go lower and actually do the damage. This was like a market maker buy model completed. That's the original consolidation. Internal highs built. Buy side of the curve. Now we're shifting. This is now the sell side of the curve. And you could execute shorts from that gap if that gets entry. Because then you're sorry about that. Okay, euro is breaking higher. I'm not watching GU anymore because that is just failing to display. EU is moving, but GU is like stalling. So let's just look at the gaps that we're creating. That could be pretty quick displacement if we can close above in 15 seconds. I'm gonna open my C trader. Okay, that's no break of structure. We need one more candle, and let's hope we can like have a nice fair value gap. Okay, we're closing it immediately, so that would be the gap. It's closed now. So it's not a break of structure. What can I say, man? It's just not. AUD USD moving lower. We basically sweep a little bit of buy side, but leave the majority area open, and now we actually have even more buy side up here. So I don't know, maybe it wants to break that low, and during London, so during New York, I don't know, maybe around that and give like end of week retracement play because this is Friday, so that would be kind of reasonable. You know what I'm saying? We got bearish week, so that would be our kind of ICT's idea of like a TGIF setup where you have like 20-30% retracement for the weekly candle range. So as of now, I think we could get nice setup during New York. So let's now see if we actually print like equal lows with this, because I've seen it like happen millions of times when market gets close to that low after sweeping high, but it just doesn't want to take that. And this is what I mean. When I want to get like in this kind of scenario, I want to get long. I would love to place my stop below that Asian low because of my experience of it being respected. Obviously, there are days when it's not respected, but that's what trading is. There are no patterns that happen every single time, 100% of the time. But look at that, it's not breaking structure, it's not breaking structure, which is annoying. Okay, now we're giving something. Now what is the gap that from which I would want to get in? Well, if we're extremely bullish, I have a feeling that we could swerve this and like give like a small pullback and just run, which would be super annoying. But right now we're just not displacing. Fuck this bitch, man. This is technically your first syllable at fair value gap, which could still play out. It just doesn't meet my entry criteria. I think it's still going to work. But if it's not going to work, I'm happy that I'm not taking it, you know what I'm saying, because I would be breaking my rules, so. USD CAD actually ends up going lower. Now it's actually like, what the fuck? Why is it giving so much volume immediately? Like all of a sudden. I have no clue about that one. I don't know. That's just what USD can be doing. You got that daily gap. You see how market is kind of stalling in here. It first rejected, and now it's gonna consolidate in here. But not entries at all. So no trades here. Actually, that's not daily. What the fuck? That's not a daily gap. Is that like some weird? That's a 30-minute gap. well, your daily gap is actually this one. That's your daily gap. I think this market maker sell model towards these lows, which would play like that. But as you can see, what I drew here is pullback, and that's why we've got trying to trade. We are trading that pullback, trying to long. Obviously, failed to break structure. I don't know what it's doing. It's kind of building some inducement, sell side liquidity. This could be a good for us. Our entry, which we could be able to enter from here, something like this. But again, no breaker structure, no trade. I'm getting out from the charge in 20 minutes if we're not getting anything. Okay, so no respect of the Asia low. Cool. If you took that silver bullet, it's kind of playing out right now. Good for you, good for you. Like usually when market likes to move, it gives you like a almost immediate retreat, like a immediate break of structure when London opens. Whereas now in here we got broke structure to the downside again, failed the break structure to the upside, and now we're kind of stalling. And what can you say, man? Trading is again when you where you have to wait, and sometimes you get bad price action a couple of days in a row. All right, I might be ending the stream here. Um, just remember what I'm looking at. It's getting more likely more likely and likely that we're not getting a trade here. So, I can do. Peace out.